The Story of Columbus, Part 1. Columbus' voyage of discovery in 1492 was one of the greatest adventures of all time. Columbus was not the first European to cross the Atlantic or discover America, but since his explorations led to the permanent settlement of the New World, the honored title, Discoverer of America, is generally granted him. Christopher Columbus was born in Genoa, Italy, in 1451, the son of Domenico Columbus, a woolcomber and weaver. In Italian his name was Cristoforo Colombo, and when he entered the Spanish service he became known as Cristobal Colon. As a small boy, Christopher was attracted to the bustling waterfront of Genoa. He was fascinated by the sight of the tall ships spreading their sails for distant places or discharging their cargoes on the quays, and he longed to go to sea. Genoa and Venice were the greatest trading ports on the Mediterranean. Their merchant fleets sailed to Egypt, the Holy Land and Black Sea ports, loaded with European products, and returned with the silks, spices, porcelains and precious stones of India and Cathay, China, for which there was great demand in Europe. But the booming prosperity of Genoa and Venice was suddenly blighted in 1453, when the fierce Ottoman Turks captured Constantinople, barred the way to the Black Sea and made the eastern Mediterranean unsafe for Christian merchantmen. With the old arteries of trade closed, mariners discussed the possibility of discovering a new water route to the Orient. Already intrepid Portuguese sailors were venturing, little by little, down the west coast of Africa, hoping that that vast continent could be circumnavigated. Listening eagerly to the talk of the sailors, young Christopher Columbus yearned more than ever to become a bold sea captain. Perhaps he might be the one to find a new way to the rich lands of the East. Marco Polo, famous Venetian adventurer who had traveled across Asia to China in the 13th century, had published a book about the wonders of the Far East. Columbus obtained a copy of this book and read it with breathless interest. At 14, Christopher made his first voyage, shipping as a seaman before the mast. It was only a short commercial cruise, but it gave the boy practical experience as a mariner. Other voyages in Mediterranean waters followed. Between voyages Christopher worked at his father's trade and diligently studied geography and navigation. In 1476 Columbus, now 25 and an experienced navigator, sailed with a small fleet of trading ships for England. Off the coast of Portugal the Genoese were attacked by pirates and forced to seek refuge at Lisbon. Later Columbus went on to England. Early in 1477, he cruised around the British Isles and into northern seas, venturing some distance beyond the island of Thule, Iceland. While among the Icelanders, Columbus may have heard the almost forgotten story of Leif Erikson's voyage in 1000 to Vinland, a strange, vast land that lay far to the west across the Atlantic.